Hi there, my name is Angela. I'm a parent to an autistic child and I'm a RDI consultant here at Awesome Match Autism Services. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about back to school. So as we know, for some of our kiddos, back to school can be a really tough time. There's the fear of the unknown with the predictability, not sure who their teachers are going to be, where their friends are, what classroom they're going to be in. And that can heighten a lot of anxiety for our kiddos. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what are some tools that us as parents can use to help ease this transition for our kids. So one of the biggest things we can do to help our kiddos in this back to school routine is giving them predictability. Kids on the spectrum love the structure, they love the predictability. And so if we can help them through this, through maybe visual aids, start talking about it early, we can help them have a better idea of what to expect when the day comes. So maybe a week or so before back to school starts, start talking to them about it. Just start plugging away throughout the day, different times that you can say, hey, next week we're starting back to school. Would you like to maybe go back to school shopping? I think you need some new shoes or a new sweater to start the dialogue. We also can start practicing our routine at least a week or so advance, especially if your kids are early or late risers. You want to start the process of waking them up about a week or so before, so that way when the time comes for back to school, it's not a struggle to wake them up in the morning. Another big one that I love to give this suggestion to parents, especially for the younger kiddos, start teaching them early how to open up their lunch boxes. So a lot of the times we buy these fancy lunch bags or lunch bento boxes and we give it to the kid and they don't know how to open it. And the teachers spend most of their lunch hours just opening packages and bento boxes for these kiddos. So if you can take some days, a week before back to school and start giving them their lunches actually in their lunch kits, that way you can be there to assist them and teach them how to open up the boxes. Again, these are all things that will help ease that anxiety for the kids later down the road. So, as I mentioned, predictability. That's one of the biggest things that will help ease the anxiety in our kiddos. So, visual schedules are a wonderful tool for our kids. We can just have a basic schedule of what their day is going to look like, what their week's going to look like. And you can start doing this with them. Maybe have little cutouts and how the day is going to change. So visual schedules can be very helpful for our kids. You can get them involved and help them maybe cut out the different tasks that they're doing or the activities that they're doing that day, and help you put them on their schedule so they know what they're supposed to be doing that day. So another way that we can help ease the anxiety with our kids is by experience sharing with them. You can talk to them about how your experience was going to school. It's really important that they hear it from you as well, because then they don't feel so alone that, hey, mom has also gone through this or dad has also experienced this. And that it validates their feelings, that it's normal to feel nervous or anxious when there's these new changes coming up. So share your own. Hey, I remember when I was in kindergarten and I remember we had to do this special project and I was so nervous about this special project because we had to act out a play. But then you can also teach them how you went through that process, how you were able to succeed through that. Again, keep it positive. Another area that we can provide them predictability is by role playing with them. So sometimes we know that kids are going to have interactions on the playground. We know that there's going to be different peers, and we can provide them by role playing with them. We can provide them scripts and help them understand that, okay, in this moment, we can go up to a peer and say, hi, my name is Little Johnny. I like to play with trucks. And you can give them the tools on how to interact with their peers so that they have a bit of a toolbox of scripts and ways that they can connect with these children. Another big area to think about is sensory supports. So kids on the spectrum, as we know, sometimes have sensory concerns. So before school starts, Have them try on their new back to school clothes to see if there's any sensory concerns, if the tag is cutting into them. So you can cut it out before the first day of school so you're not contributing to their sensory overload. Another thing is to have them pick out maybe their favorite fidgets or noise canceling headphones so that they can keep these in their backpacks. So should their anxiety rise or they're feeling overstimulated, they have something that they can grab and put on to help regulate themselves. Finally, the biggest and best thing you can do as a parent is validate their feelings. Let them know that it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel nervous. It's okay to feel uncertain and scared of what this new change is going to look like. Reading helps them feel secured, loved, and they can feel connected with you because you understand how they're feeling. And the first few months of school, it could be rocky, especially for kids on the spectrum. So do plan to be a little flexible in how you're approaching things and how you can support them, connect with the school, gain as much predictability as possible, and just have that open communication with your child so that they feel supported. Okay, I wish you guys well on your back to school transitions. Stay awesome. Bye.